What's up everybody, stress-free, back again with another video. We're going to be taking a look at where to find Sorceress uniques. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the new unique that on this season. And where to find it, we're also going to be looking at all the chaos uniques variations that Sorc's got. And all the standard uniques that drop for Sorc. I'll have the timestamps below, all the sections from the video, so you guys could easily navigate that. If you guys enjoy this type of content, I'm sure like, subscribe. Now let's take a look at the new unique that Sorc's got. They got a new ring called Galvanic Azurite. Stats on it are, it has critical strike chance, lightning damage, cooldown reductions, +2 convulsion skills, and the most important here is the unique aspect. Lightning damage leaves enemies magnetized for 4 seconds, causes them to emit crackling energy, increasing all lightning damage they take from you by 40 to 60%. If two magnetized enemies hit each other with crackling energy, they pull each other together. Very strong for any kind of lightning build right now. You're gonna be running this over Talrashas. So pretty much ball lightning, lightning spear, crackling energy, all those builds, and I think chain lightning also. I'm gonna be running this one. So once again, at the end of the video, we'll also go over where to find it. But right now, let's move right into the chaos version of these and talk about which Sorceress chaos uniques have been added to this season. While staying on with Galvanic Azurite, we have right here a chaos version of it. As you can see now, all this also could be in a pants slot, helm slot, chest slot, gloves, and boots. This one is on the pants slot, and the big difference here is that now the unique aspect is guaranteed to be max value, and it's increased by another 12% more of damage. So right now, before it was 40 to 60%, this one is flat 72%. So that's the beauty of these new items. So you can definitely experiment with different builds with this. Let's go to the next one. Here we got another unique that's probably gonna see use is Esadoras Arflorin Cameo. This one's for crackling energy builds, kind of like a meme build, since ball lighting is still the king, but still people could experiment with this one. Here we got increase in 16% more damage for the unique aspect, and it primarily comes off the amulet slot, which is really strong. So now you can stick it on to one of your armor slots. Kind of opens up more variety of builds. So if you're trying to check out the crackling energy build, be sure to be on the lookout for this one. Next we got the Axial's Conduit. Was a must-have before chain lightning builds. Was very strong. Not much of a difference. You can still keep it on your pants slot, but now it's available in other locations. Not a big difference, and chain lightning isn't as strong as it used to be. Now we got the Blue Rose. Pretty much must have for blizzard builds. That's also another off meta type thing if you guys want to do that, and it does come off the ring slot, so that could be an actual boost to the builds. Next we got some honorable mentions. The stuff that nobody uses anymore is Esu's Hair Bloom. It just gets a bump in with another 12% of damage, pretty much it, but you'd be using other uniques in this slot. And this is many seasons ago this was must have, but not anymore. Next we have another meme build. We got the Flamescar, and this is for incinerate builds. This one's pretty much kind of like a buff, since you can get it off the weapon slot and put it on your armor slot. So now you can have a two-hander instead, bumping up incinerate damage. But for those anybody wants to explore other builds. If you're tired of playing the meta stuff, definitely could check out the Incinerate. But it's not as powerful as it was during the boss powers and when damage over time was really busted. Okay, next we're going to the Fractured Winterglass. This was a must-have before for any conjuration builds like Lightning Spear, all that stuff. But now it's primarily used for Frozen Orb, which also became a off meta build. And here you pretty much get a buff to casting Frozen Orb. Now it has higher chance. It bumps up to 78%, and your conjurations have up to 108% chance to launch Frozen Orb at nearby enemies. This is like also significant buff because it removes the amulet slot, which is also pretty important for Sorcs and all other builds, because you want to have the aspects on it, and also all the multipliers like percentage to int and all the busted stuff like glass cannon and all that stuff like frigid fate. So you guys could experiment with that build. There's now more variety to it. Next, going to Ophidian Iris, probably like one of the biggest changes this season to one of the strongest builds in the game, which is Hydra's. Here they even get a 20% more damage increase on the chaos version of it, which is pretty crazy. And once again, it also comes off the amulet slot, which is even a bigger buff, because now you can have like double intellect percentage on 2 of your slots, which is like insane. So this one's like a must-have for all Hydra builds, so be on the lookout for this. Next, we got some honorable mentions from back in the day, like season 4 and 5, when this is like one of the top items for Sorcs. Now it's like relegated to being nothing. We got the Raiments of the Infinite. What was good about it, would like suck up all the mobs when you teleport, but now it's on the gloves, so probably use this for like in between if you find something good and just like mess around it, but it's not used on any builds this season. Next, we got another off meta item, is Staff of the Endless Rage for those fireball enjoyers. So now you could have this on a different slot, more defensive, and then you could put a second two-handed weapon for more multipliers. And here what are you getting, like 18% more damage, so could be fun, but you are losing a lot of stats since it's coming off the two-hander. But yeah, but this is pretty good for testing out fireball builds. Could be decent. We should experiment with these. Next, we got another meme staff that nobody uses for the charged bolts. Blizzard still hasn't really made that a build yet, but now we have Staff of Lamb Esen, which can be now on your defensive slots like helm, chest, gloves, and boots and pants. And here it's getting 16% more damage increase, but there is no use for this season since it has like no power at all. Next, we have this one's actually a significant change. Meteorite builds. Meteorite is pretty decent. It's a fun build to check out. This is actually a huge change. We got the Starfall Coronet, and it's removed from the helm slot, which is like was kind of conflicting with the Shaco or air perdition. So now you could have it on your gloves, boots, pants, and chest, which is kind of huge. And the cooldown goes to 2 seconds from 2.5, which is also really nice. It's one of the builds I'd recommend people trying out. It's pretty nice. Next, we got the meme staff that's never being used, is Vox Omnium. It's also getting switched from the staff to all your defensive slots. It's getting also 18% damage increase, but this needs like more buffs to it for it to be even functional. Once again, just like a meme staff. You guys could experiment with this. So that's pretty much all the chaos armors that Sorc gets this season. Really nice for build diversity. Definitely gonna be checking out Sorc down the line after I'm done with Rogue. Should be some fun builds to check out, like definitely Meteorite. It's pretty up there, and Ball Lighting, of course. That thing's busted. Now let's go over a few honorable mentions, and then we'll wrap it up. Next, we got some honorable mentions. These are like the neutral items that are becoming chaos armors. We got Crown of Lucion, also pretty nice item for like try out Heartseeker. It was pretty good. And I think also Rain of Arrows utilizes it also. Overall, it's pretty nice armor that could be like used in multiple builds, because it also has like a cooldown reduction that's really strong, got lucky hit chance, all that, and it just has like a damage buff that stacks up. So be on the lookout for this one. It's pretty strong. And we got Fist of Fate. It was already a S tier, now it became like a S tier plus, because first of all it got removed from the glove slot, and it got like another 60% more damage boost. And that damage basically guaranteed now. It's not like from 200 to 300, so it's always fixed 360%. This is like a must-have on a lot of builds. Be sure to look out for this one. And the last one, another buff to Death Trap. We got Banished Lord's Talisman. It's off the amulet slot, and it's also buffed. Again, it's like another 12% increased damage. So this is huge because now you can have a regular amulet plus an aspect on your amulet slot. It's gonna bring back Death Trap as one of the top builds once again. Plus Death Trap got a little more buffs for playing Death Trap. Be sure and be on the lookout for Banish Lord's Talisman. Alright, now let's take a look where to find the Chaos Armors. Like the first place where it's gonna be guaranteed is in Infernal Hordes. You're gonna need to have Infernal Horde Compass. And where to find Infernal Horde Compasses, you can find them at Tree of Whispers, Caches, Helltides, Nightmare Dungeons, and the seasonal journey tracks. Every season they have like a little cache that has like all the keys to it. Okay, so once you run the new and improved Infernal Hordes, you're gonna need to have, by wave 10, you should have 666 Aether. That's gonna allow you to open up the new boss. I think the name is Bartuk. It should be easy if you have the builds that could just like farm it really well. So once you open up the gate, we're gonna take a look at the quick boss fight over here. He's pretty much a pushover. He gets destroyed by like any top build. You can see right here that he guarantees a Chaos Armor drop. So this is like the main way of farming for your Chaos Armors. There are chances of it being dropped in those Chaos Rifts, and you could also have a chance for it to gamble it also at the Obel Gambler. So there's other ways, but this is probably like the highest percentage of trying to find it in the game. So be sure to collect your compasses and just run non-stop Infernal Hordes. Oh yeah, and also another key note to the new Chaos Armors, they cannot be traded. So they're basically bound on pickup always. And they start dropping at Torment 3 and 4. Alright, let's take a look at the first item. We got Galvanic Azurite. It's the new unique that they added this season. Pretty much a must-have for all the lightning builds, like Ball Lightning, Crackling Energy, and Lightning Spear. Let's take a look with the rank drops. We got Andariel. She's located right here at Hangsman Hall in Kyrgyzstan Scar Sands area. And to open up her loot chest, you're gonna need Puncture Dolls. So for her, you're gonna need 3 Puncture Dolls. And this is where the Galvanic Azurite drops. And the second location is it drops over here in the new zone from the new boss, Harbinger's Den. It's located in the Hantu region. And you're gonna need 3 Abhorrent Hearts. Next, let's take a look at Esadoras Overflowing Cameo. Another item that might be popular this season because of the new Crackling Energy build. Now let's take where Esadoras drops. It's located right here in the Darkened Valley and in the Ascension Seat, and it draws by Lord Zir. And for the boss lair key, you're gonna need Exquisite Blood. I think like 12 of them. Next, we got the Axial Conduits. Pretty much must have for Chain Lightning builds, and you want like a chaos version of it, but this is like a starter. And let's take a look where it drops. It drops by Grigor, who is right here, Hole Dependent, in the Drive Steps area, the Knife Flats. And for him, you're gonna need 12 Living Steels as the boss key. And they look kind of like this. So make sure to have these and spend them at the boss lair. Next, we got the Blue Rose. It's popular with Blizzard builds. That's pretty much it. Now let's take a look where the Blue Rose drops. First location is Andariel right here and Hangman's Hall. And for the boss key, you're gonna need the Puncture Dolls. And the second location where it could be target farmed is the Gaping Crevasse from Duriel. And here you're gonna need 3 Shards of Agony. Next we got the Flamescar. And it's a pretty much must-have for, it wasn't really must-have for Incinerated builds, but it's like a starter. Got a little better this season with the Chaos Powers, since you could have it on a different slot. Can be target farmed from Andariel, right here in the Hangman's Hall. And you're gonna need 3 Puncture Dolls. And for the second location where it can be located is from Harbinger of Hatred, and he's located right here, Harbinger Den in the Nahantu area. And for him, you're going to need the boss keys of Abhorrent Heart, so make sure you have 3 of them. And next we have the Fracture Winterglass. It's popular with Frozen Orb builds. And let's take a look where we could target farm it. It should be located at Lord Zir. He's once again over here at Darkened Valley, and right here at Ancient Seat, and you're gonna need 12 Exquisite Bloods for him. Next we got the Ophidian Iris, very popular, must-have item for any Hydra build this season. Plus I got an upgrade to being a Chaos. You could like remove it from your amulet slot. Let's take a look what the Ophidian Iris drops. One target spot for it is gonna be Duriel, who's located over here at Gaping Crevasse in this Kajistan area, and for him you're going to need 3 shards of agony. The second spot for the Ophidian Iris drop is from Harbinger's Den. It's located right here in the Hantu, and you're going to need 3 abhorrent hearts. Next we got Staff of Endless Rage. This one's pretty much a must-have for fireball builds, and I think also is one of the Chaos Armor powers this season. And let's take a look at where you could target farm it, and the boss is located right here, next to Tree Whispers in the lair of Varshan, and you're going to need 12 malignant hearts for it. Next we have the Starfall's Coronet, also a must-have for any meteorite build, and it's also became a chaos power, so it's very important that I got removed from the helm slot. Now let's take a look where it drops. It should be located in the Beast in Ice, who's located right here, and Fracture's Peaks in the Glacier Fissure, and you need 12 Distilled Fears to open the chest. Next we got the Kuhn's Catalyst, pretty much must have this season for the Ball Lightning build, which is back. Now let's take a look where it drops. The Kuhn's Catalyst can be target farmed at Lord Zir, who's located over here at Darkened Way in the Ancient Seat. And for him, for the boss key, you're going to need 12 Exquisite Blood. Next we got the Flicker Step, pretty much important for any build that runs around ultimates. It's pretty good for the meteorite build, I think. And Flicker Step can be target farmed by Andariel, who's located in Hangman's Hole, and you're going to need 3 Pictured Dolls. Another location where you could farm is from Harbinger of Hatred, who's located at Harbinger Den, and for that you could use the Abhorrent Hearts. And also another place to find the Flicker Steps is from Lord Zir, who's located right here at the Ancient Seat, and you need 12 Exquisite Blood. Next we got Strike of Stormhorn, another version for Lightning Bolt builds. This one's a little clunky, I heard, but still can be used part of the build. Now let's take a look where Strike of Stormhorn drops. And the first location will be from Orvar. He's a new boss. He's located in this area, East Plateau, in the dungeon called Fields of Judgment. And for him, you're going to need 12 Judicator's Masks. And the second boss that this drops from, that can be farmed from, is of course Beast Device. We're located here in Glacier Fissure in this Fracture Peaks area, Middle, and you're gonna need 12 Distilled Fears for it. Next we have one of the most important items for Sorcs, is Talrasha's Loop. Kinda got a little nerfed this season, not only priced 20% damage, but its unique aspect, but still very powerful ring. And it's pretty much used in any fire build, like Hydra and Meteorite, and probably Fireball. So it's Galvanic as a right ring to cover the lightning spot. Still a must-have ring for Sorcs this season, with the cooldown reduction being king. So let's take a look where Talrasha's drops from. First boss is going to be Orvar, who's located right here at Fields of Judgment in this area of Nahantu. And for him, you're going to need 12 Judicator's Masks. And now the second boss that Talrasha drops from is from Varshan, which is located right here in this area next to Tree Whispers. And for him, you're going to need 12 Malignant Hearts. Some uniques that are barely used anymore, but they were good before. We got Esu's Airbloom. Esu's Airbloom can be target farmed from Varshan, and he's located right here, Lair of Varshan, and you need 12 Malignant Hearts. Next we got Staff of Flam Esen, another meme build with Charge Balls. Still, Charge Balls not getting love. It can be target farm from Lord Grigors, who's located right here, hold pennant, and you're gonna need living steel. Next we got another meme staff that doesn't get any love. We got the Vax Omnium, pretty cool on paper, but doesn't do enough damage. And you can find Vox at Lord's Ear, who's located here, Darkened Away, at Ancient Seat. And you're gonna need 12 explosive blood as the boss layer key. And last but not least, as some honorable mentions, we got Raiment of the Infinite. Used to be good, but now it fell off. Where too many more powerful chest armors exist. It drops from Varshan, who's located right here, next to Trio Whispers at lair of Varshan, and you're gonna need 12 million hearts. Next we got Banish Lord's Talisman, another strong, unique. It can be found from Duriel, which is located right here at the Gaping Crevasse. You're gonna need 3 shards of Agony. And Banished Lords can also be dropped from Andariel, which is located right here at Haman's Hall. And you're gonna need 3 Pincushion Dolls. Next we got Fist of Fate, one of the S tier uniques. You can find it at Beast of Ice, who's located over here in Glacial Fissue. And you're gonna need 12 Distilled Fears. If you guys made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe for more D4 content. I appreciate your support. I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.